In the previous video, we made a cheat table for the Binding of Isaac in which we found an extremely powerful pointer to the player's base address. Yippee! And all we have to do to obtain said address is place a bomb. But wait, what if we don't have any bombs? Wouldn't it be a lot nicer to have a permanent pointer to the player's base address? Something that doesn't change upon restarting the game, so we don't have to find it every time? Well, that's where the subject of this video comes in. Pointer scanning. By the way, this will work for any values you want a permanent pointer to. It doesn't need to be the player's base address. Okay, let's go. The first thing we're going to do is find our player ID with the script. Then go ahead and double click the address and copy it. Let's hit add address manually and put in that address. Then we're going to double click the description and call it 1. Then go ahead and right click this value and hit generate pointer map. Make a folder somewhere on your computer. I'm going to call mine pointer maps and then save this as 1.scandata. Once it's done, turn off your game. Now turn it back on and do the same thing. Get the player ID with our script, add the address manually, and this time I'm going to call it 2. And as you can probably guess, we're going to generate a pointer map, and this time we're going to call it 2.scandata. Good job, little fella. Now all we have to do is the same thing. Like 5 more times. No, like I'm serious. Like I ended up doing it 7 times in total. You can probably get away with fewer, but the more you do, the better the results. Anyways, now we're gonna pointer scan the most recent address we found. Go ahead and click Use Saved Pointer Map and select the one that corresponds to this address, in this case 7.scandata. Then, we're gonna select Compare Results with Other Saved Pointer Maps. We're gonna add all the other scan datas one by one. And also add their corresponding player ID. 6.scandata gets 6, 5.scandata gets 5, 4.scandata gets 4, and so on. Once you've added all of them, hit OK and save the file as result.ptr. This one might take a while. You can just go grab some water or some popcorn. Oh, there we go. Okay, well now we've got 40,000 potential static pointers. So what are we gonna do now? I don't know, dude. Just add some of them to your cheat table and see if they work. I'm gonna pick one at random, let's say this one, and I'm gonna double click it. It should then show up in your cheat table as pointer scan result. If you double click the address, what you'll notice is that the very base address at the bottom is isaacng.exe plus some random offset. This is a fixed offset from the game's entry point in memory. This means that it's never going to change no matter how many times we restart the game. This pointer should point to the exact same place in memory every single time. The problem is, this pointer might not be a dedicated player's base address pointer. So how do we figure out if it is? Well, we're going to play through the game a little bit and see if the value changes at all. For example, look at this. I started walking around a little bit and it's pointing to question marks. This unfortunately means that our pointer isn't as stable as we thought. We're going to go back to our pointer scan result, and we're going to click a different one that's still pointing to the correct player ID. Truth be told, this isn't an exact science, and you might not even find one that's perfect. But when you do find one that's reasonably stable, you're good to go. Now to actually use this player ID, we're going to copy paste it, and we're going to change this very top offset to the offsets that we found in the previous video for our resources. For example, like you just saw, I put in 1, 2, B4 for our bombs, and there we go, we can now change our bombs. You can do this with coins and keys and whatever else you found the offset for. Okay, now check this out. We're gonna turn off the game and turn it back on. Okay, now let's head into a new run. Let's attach our process. And boom, instantly. We've got all our values and we can change them to our liking. No scripts required, no using bombs required. Again, we see how powerful this player ID pointer is. Normally, we would have to pointer scan for all of our resources. We would have to do pointer scans for our bombs, our keys, our coins, our health, and anything else. And we saw how tedious pointer scanning was. But instead of all that, all we had to do was find a permanent pointer to our player ID. And through that, we now essentially have permanent pointers to all our values, no matter how many times you restart your game. But anyways, that's gonna be all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you learned anything, let me know, and peace out.